Greetings, everyone. Greetings, dear Africans, and everyone who has a good will in this world. This is the moment that we say, keep Africa proud. Every time we say that, keep Africa proud, it is the moment that we are going through what Africa has done, Africa has made, the pride of Africa, because we need to know our history, our background, so that we can be able to have that self-esteem, which is quite important for the total emancipation of African people. When we have that self-esteem, we believe in ourselves, we trust that we can. Yes, that's the moment we need to educate Black people, African people, to know their history, to know their dignity, so that they can be able to demand their humanity, the value of their humanity in this world. We are proud of our leaders, African leaders, from the ancient times so far. We are proud. So far we have Ibrahim Traore. Recent we had Magufuli. And before we had many who we are proud of. But among all, His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, the last emperor of Ethiopia, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah, the returned Messiah, the second coming of Yeshua HaMashiach, some people call Jesus Christ, our Black Lord and Savior. Haile Selassie, Emperor of Ethiopia, is the real African hero, the real leader, the earth rightful ruler, African people rightful ruler. Because he's a prophetic person, he's the prophetic king, a prophetic king of kings. He was a very crucial person to the development, progress of our continent. We, African people and Black people at large, as a community. His Majesty, after recognized that the African people, Black people, the African continent really is not free, is dependent. African continent is still dominated by foreign powers. It is not completely free, spiritually, economically, politically, and other aspects. It is not free. His Majesty Haile Selassie revealed the secret why Africa is in this condition so far. He revealed the secret. Haile Selassie spoke on his speech, a long speech, but the end part of the speech, he said, Africa is our continent, and today it is in spiritual and physical bondage, and that's because her leaders are turning to outside forces for the solution of African problem, while everything that Africa needs is within her. Everything that Africa needs is within her. Haile Selassie continued, said, Africans, righteous people, when they will come together, and the world will come together, and this is our divine destiny. And this is our divine destiny. Haile Selassie, King of Kings, Lord of Lords, Lion of Judah, the prophetic King of Kings, the 225th emperor upon the throne of King David, which started in Israel and came to Ethiopia. Now is available in Ethiopia, the throne of King David, as a new Jerusalem. So, in liberation, in emancipation of African continent, Haile Selassie spoke these words to free you and I, after knowing the secret, why we are like this, why we are counted in a poor condition, why we're supposed to be the great one, as we were great in the ancient world. The inventor, first inventor of the all kind of civilizations, African people. The first university known of this world was built here in Africa in 936 AD. The second one in Europe, 1088 AD, Bologna. And the third one is Harvard, Massachusetts, in America. So, Africa was the great from ever since. And we need to know that and to maintain this, keep Africa proud. Yes, I. So, the problem is that our leaders are turning to outside forces for the solution of African problems, while everything that Africa needs is within her. We need to be free from this. We really need to be free from this. African leaders have to stop waiting, finding solutions from outside of African continent to come to help the continent and the people. Because those people who we are running to are known as our colonial masters, slave masters, people who exploit Africa from ever since so far. We can't run to them for the solution of African problems. This is a fact. We're making a big mistake. What can't we do for ourselves? Nothing. Everything is possible. We did many things in the ancient world, ancient Africa. We did many. We laid ourselves. So, the spiritual and physical bondage because of our leaders facing there. We Africans are righteous people. We need to come together. We need the real unity of African people. Ibrahim Traore today is leading the movement of liberation of African continent from Sahel. He speaks about puppet leaders of Africa, traitors of Africa, who are holding the highest position of leadership in Africa. They are puppets, they are traitors, they are selling Africans, they are helping exploitation from Africa to other continents. This is quite amazing. Quite amazing to see that you are killing yourself. You don't think about the generation that are coming under you. Your own generation. Don't think about that. We need the real unit. Our enemy is always benefiting from our disunity only, not because they are having nuclears, atomic, or heavy weapons. That is not true. Only our disunity is the real problem of ourselves and is the conquest of our enemy. So we are sending this message to African leaders of today. Please, we don't need hypocrite. When you are sitting in the assembly of African continent, please try to change, because Ibrahim Traore says that if they are not changing, I'm going to remove them out. And may God bless this movement and Africa get free. Africa having the real leaders that we need. John Pombe Magufuli from Tanzania. It is also a good example we need. You cannot be led while you are also a leader.